Hello, nerds! Thank you for joining me here on Nerd News Clips. This is the second channel. This is the place for all of the short-form content as well as the individual sections and just generally speaking smaller things. If you are into the longer form content, youtube.com/generallynerdy is the place to go see that. With that out of the way, let's get into this. And now the rumor mill. So we're just gonna get this out of the way. I was wrong. We're into confirmation and refutations. I was wrong about Joker 2. I did not think this was ever going to happen. I thought everything we were hearing about it was just people grasping at straws and things. I am also kind of, as we're sitting here talking, I am not 100% convinced that this is not a troll. We'll get into that when we talk about the actual rumors in the Joker 2, or surrounding the Joker 2 anyway. But right now, Folie à Deux is happening. And yeah, there's rumors to get into aside from the confirmation. Yeah, first up though, we have a new source for a previously stated rumor, and that is Captain America Chris Evans is going to be headed back to the role. Again, according to new sources, we now know that, well, let me step this back just a little bit. Previously, there have been very eloquent statements made by Chris Evans saying that he will not be returning to the role. And then very recently, that's changed. He has said in interviews recently that, you know, he would consider coming back to the role, though it would require Disney to do some things, jump through hoops and such to get him back there. So this is not completely out of the question. And this new rumor is from a pretty solid source. So very little reason to question it, aside from, you know, does Disney want to jump through those hoops? And he did say previously he didn't want to come back to this. So we're bringing the likelihood of this one up. Previously, we're talking 50%. Now, though, we're going to bump it up a little bit. If we continue to hear more, it's going to continue to go up in likelihood. But 60% likely that we will see Chris Evans return to the role of Cap in some manner in the MCU. Right now, it's pretty vague if it's going to be a series all unto himself, it's going to be another movie, if it's just going to be maybe a series of cameos, something along those lines. Either way, 60% that something is going to happen with Chris Evans as Cap. Okay, so let's get into new rumors because the Joker 2 got confirmed. There's a bunch of new rumors surrounding the Joker 2. So again, the title, my French is rusty just like my Spanish, but Folie à Deux, something for two, jokes for two. I can't remember what folly is. Anyway, for two is the à deux, right? So that has led us into a couple of rumors in and of itself. So the first rumor is we're going to do this as an either or, because there are some outlets that are questioning if it's going to be two different Jokers, and there are some outlets that are saying no, it's going to be Joker and Harley, and that's what the two is in the deux. So that's the either or. Is it going to be two Jokers or is it going to be Joker and Harley? Oof. So considering that Todd Phillips likes to go in weird directions, and considering that Margot Robbie is not really probable to return to the role of Harley, so they would have to recast Harley. Not that that's the most insurmountable hurdle ever, but it just, I don't know, it feels more probable in my head, and I've been wrong plenty of times before, but it feels more probable that we are going to see two Jokers as a means to continue the line of Jokers until we get to what is the current universe Joker as we kind of sort of know him. So we're going to tilt the scales that direction. It's going to be two Jokers, not Joker and Harley. Now, that leads us to a little bit of an issue because there are other rumors about who they're potentially casting as Harley, and this one everyone is reporting like it's gospel, though you can't confirm a rumor of somebody who may or may not be in negotiations to play a character who may or may not exist in a movie. So the rumor I'm directly referencing is Lady Gaga being cast as Harley. This seems like we have another one way or the other kind of... This seems more like we have another one way or the other situation, but if you take the first situation where I think it's going to be two Jokers, and then we see that they're very likely, though it's again very much rumor, very likely talking to Lady Gaga about a role in this movie, everyone just assumes that the "de" means Harley, though that would be a very weird timeline. So are they talking to Lady Gaga? I think that is about a 50% probability. Yeah, there's enough on either side that could be true, or it also could be false. So we're going 50% there. But to automatically assume that she is going to be Harley seems a little bit of a stretch. It is Lady freaking Gaga, so very likely she's working on music things and has only the time to do one movie. Whereas if you introduce a pretty main character to this universe, you're going to want that character, or a pretty well-known character anyway, you're going to want that character to come back for multiple movies, which seems unlikely if you're talking Lady Gaga. So, because, not really an actor. So all of this very much could be just my brain wanting this to be the direction that they're going, because I don't think Lady Gaga would be a great addition to this version of that universe. But she wouldn't be horrible either. So take it with that what you will. We do have one other rumor that is being stated, and this rumor actually is the reason why I think this all might be a troll, because the rumor is that Joker 2 is going to be a musical. Okay. What? We go from this really gritty, dark case study of a mental patient, of somebody who has obvious crazy things going on in their head, to a musical? I mean, maybe if there might be a song or two as like a delusion of the Joker, of Arthur Fleck. That seems possible in a way, but all of that, no, I don't think. So this comes from the fact that Todd Phillips has mentioned that he would like to do a musical, I think is where that quote sits. Again, take amazing notes, so I don't remember exactly, but yeah, I don't see this becoming a musical. If that is the direction that they're going to be portraying, then I think it's a big troll. So likelihood that it's a musical, I'm giving this higher than I want to give it, even though I think it might actually be a little bit higher and I just don't want it to be higher. But we're going to go 50% with this because there's so much speculation around this movie right now. It's hard to nail anything down in one direction or the other. So that brings us to our next rumor, which is a video game rumor. This is an Assassin's Creed rumor. The rumored next game is going to be called Rift, and it's going to be a direct sequel to Valhalla, which that's all the rumor goes on to say. It's a pretty solid rumor, and there's, if there was going to be an announcement made, it would have already been made. So it's really difficult to say that we're going to see some sort of word about this. So again, very indecisive episode when it comes to the rumor mill, but we're looking at 50% probability that this is the situation. No actual details were given in the rumor, at least the version of it that I was able to find. So maybe it'll come back from a different source and we'll have a little bit more to go on, but right now, 50% is all we got. Once again, this has been just a brief segment from the larger episode that has been posted over on the main channel, youtube.com/generallynerdy. Go over there for the long form content, or just subscribe here if you want it in bite-sized chunks. Thank you very much for joining me, nerds. We'll see you in the next one. Before we go though, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.